Portugal is now a favorite destination for digital nomads, tech enthusiasts, and remote workers. It's easy to see why. Great tech culture, stunning scenery, and a laid-back vibe make it a no-brainer. But if you're planning a move or a long stay in Portugal, you need to get familiar with one crucial acronym, NIF Portugal. This guide will break down what a NIF is, why you need it, 2 stories from expats and how they went through the process, and how to get one in Portugal. What's a NIF? A NIF, or Número de Identificação Fiscal, is your Portuguese tax ID number. Think of it like a passkey to the Portuguese economy. Want to open a bank account? Rent an apartment? Sign up for a mobile phone plan? You'll need a NIF. It's your essential credential for any significant financial or legal activity in Portugal. Why you need a NIF? If you're a digital nomad or tech geek setting up shop in Portugal, here's why the NIF matters. 1. Open a bank account. Banks need your NIF for you to open an account. No account means no way to pay bills or get paid by Portuguese companies. 2. Rent or buy property. To rent an apartment or buy property, landlords and sellers will ask for your NIF. If you don't have one, you might not get the keys. 3. Work or start a business. If you're employed by a Portuguese company or you want to start your own thing, the NIF is a must for tax reporting. 4. Access public services. Need healthcare? Social security? A NIF makes you official in Portugal's system. How to get a NIF in Portugal? Getting a NIF in Portugal isn't complicated, especially if you know the steps. Here's a quick guide. 1. Visit a Financas office. Find your local Financas tax office. Bring your passport or government ID, and if you're not a resident, a fiscal representative may need to accompany you. They'll help you fill out forms and get your NIF sorted. 2. Use an online service. If you're not in Portugal yet, some companies offer online services to get your NIF. This is super handy if you're preparing in advance. Check out Get NIF Portugal, they make it easy. 3. Submit the right documents. For Financas, you need ID and proof of address. If you're going online, the service will guide you through the paperwork. 4. Get your NIF. Once approved, you'll get your NIF. It might take a few days, but it's generally smooth sailing. Tips for managing your NIF. Once you have your NIF, here are some tips to make sure everything goes smoothly. 1. Guard it. Keep a copy in a safe place. Don't share it unless you really need to. It's sensitive info. 2. Use it right. The NIF is for tax and financial purposes, so use it correctly. Avoid any shady deals. 3. Stay on the taxman's good side. If you earn income in Portugal, make sure you're complying with tax laws. The NIF is just the start. Stay on top of your taxes to avoid trouble. Real-life experiences. How the NIF helped digital nomads in Portugal. Understanding the importance of the NIF in Portugal can be challenging, especially if you're new to the country. To give you a clearer picture, here are some real-life experiences from digital nomads and expats who share how obtaining a NIF made a significant difference in their Portuguese journey. Emma's tech startup in Lisbon. Emma was a software developer from the United States who dreamed of launching her own tech startup. She chose Lisbon for its growing tech scene, affordability, and vibrant culture. Before she could get her business off the ground, she needed a NIF to open a Portuguese bank account and rent office space. Initially, Emma found the process of obtaining a NIF intimidating due to language barriers and unfamiliarity with Portuguese bureaucracy. Emma decided to work with a buyer's agent to guide her through the process. With their help, she was able to gather the necessary documents and navigate the Financas office. The buyer's agent made a huge difference, Emma recalls. They explained everything in simple terms and even helped me find a fiscal representative since I wasn't a resident. After obtaining her NIF, Emma opened her bank account and secured a co-working space in Lisbon's tech hub. Getting the NIF was the key to starting my business in Portugal, she says. It allowed me to work with local clients and integrate into the tech community. I couldn't have done it without the NIF. Jake's remote work transition. Jake was a digital nomad from Canada who decided to move to Portugal for its sunny weather and relaxed lifestyle. He worked remotely for a tech company, but to settle in Portugal, he needed a NIF to rent an apartment and set up utilities. Jake was unfamiliar with the Portuguese system and wasn't sure where to start. After some research, Jake discovered that a buyer's agent could help him with the NIF application and other relocation needs. The agent guided him through the process, ensuring he had the right documents and understood the steps involved. Having someone who knew the ropes was invaluable, Jake says. The buyer's agent walked me through each step and even accompanied me to the finance's office. With his NIF in hand, Jake was able to sign a lease on an apartment in Porto and set up electricity and internet. The NIF opened doors for me, he explains. It made everything official. Once I had it, I could focus on enjoying Portugal and building my remote work routine. Jake's transition to life in Portugal was smooth, thanks to the support he received in obtaining his NIF. These stories demonstrate the critical role that the NIF plays in various aspects of life in Portugal. Whether you're starting a business or settling in as a digital nomad, obtaining a NIF is an essential step that paves the way for your success in Portugal. Wrapping it up, the NIF is your golden ticket to living and working in Portugal. It lets you open bank accounts, rent or buy property, access public services, and more. If you're planning to make Portugal your new base, getting your NIF should be one of your first moves. You can use Get NIF Portugal for a quick and painless process. With your NIF sorted, you can focus on enjoying everything Portugal has to offer. Whether you're a digital nomad, tech geek, or just exploring a new lifestyle, Portugal is a fantastic place to be. Enjoy the ride!